Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Manju Pawar from BPS Women University, Sonipat, Haryana. Today we are going to talk on the model implementation of MNREGA, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, a gender perspective from the paper Human Resource Development through Community Engagement. After completing this model, the students will be able to understand MNREGA and its silent features. 2. Barriers faced by rural women in the implementation of this act. Assess the impact of MNREGA on women, and in the last we will give some of the suggestions to make this MNREGA effective. Social and economic development are the main aim of rural development for rural people, especially to bring about constant development in their living conditions through an increase in their income and access to social goods. Towards this end, the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act was notified in 2005. This act goes beyond poverty alleviation and employment generation. It recognizes the rural household's demand for unskilled employment as a legal right. It provides a legal guarantee of 100 days employment during a financial year to any household whose adult members are willing to do unskilled manual work. The Act can transform the rural economy by providing adequate resources for creating need-based socio-economic infrastructure in the village. The work guarantee in achieving the objectives like generating productive assets, protecting the environment, empowering rural women, reducing rural-urban migration and fostering social equity. MNREGA has made some significant impact on livelihood security, reduction in distress migration, creation of community assets, and has declined indebtedness in rural areas. Apart from this, scheme has also played a vital role in reducing the poverty, increasing the income level of rural people, and reduces the heavy dependency on the agriculture. Rural women have also benefited from MNREGA as they have economically empowered themselves, and as a result, their say in the decision making has improved both at the family and community level. Now we will talk about the objectives of the Act. The main objectives of the Act is to provide not less than 100 days of unskilled manual work as a guarantee employment in a financial year to every household in rural areas as per demand, resulting in creation of productive assets of prescribed quality and durability. Strengthening the livelihood resources base of the poor is another objective of MNREGA. In fact, MNREGA is a powerful instrument for ensuring inclusive growth in rural India through its impact on social protection, livelihood security and democratic empowerment. Now, there are some specific gender related provisions in this Act. We will talk about this. The MNREGA also specified special provision for gender. It is categorically mentioned that while providing employment, priority shall be given to women in such a way that at least 1/3 of the beneficiaries shall be women who have registered and requested for work under the scheme. Women, especially single women and old persons, should be given preferences to work on work site near to their residence. There should be equal wages for men and women. If there are more than 5 children under the age of 6 years on the work site, child care facilities should also be provided at the work site. MNREGA staff should be adequately represented by women, SCs, ST and disabled. Widow, deserted and destitute women are highly vulnerable and require special attention. The Gram Panchayat should identify such women and ensure that they are provided 100 days of work. Pregnant women and lactating mothers should be treated as a special category under this Act. Special works which require less efforts and are close to their household should be identified and implemented for them. Now we will discuss the problems faced by women beneficiaries in MNREGA. There is no doubt that MNREGA has been instrumental in empowering rural women. MNREGA ensures equal wages to both men and women, with priority to be given to women in a way that at least 33% of the beneficiaries shall be women. After working in the field, it was found that women beneficiaries in Manrega have been facing many challenges in the field, because of which they are not able to participate effectively in Manrega. Attitude of people toward Manrega was not found encouraging. Field reality showed that there is much dominance of Sarpanch in the context of execution of works, allocation of works and identification of the beneficiaries. In addition to this, women workers do not get employment throughout the year and wage rate is also very low. After conducting focus group discussion with the rural women, it was found that getting registration is cumbersome and lot of time is consumed in getting job cards. One of the problems faced by rural women is the lack of support from their families. It was found in the field that majority of women were very much interested to work under Manrega, but they were not allowed by their husband and other male members of the family. According to them, it is against the social norms of the society that women will work in the field. Another problem faced by women is the lack of child care facilities. Another big challenge faced by women is the lack of child care facilities at the work site. The Act provides for 4 minimal worksite facilities, that is child care, shade, drinking water and first aid. It is written in the Act that the crèche is to be provided by if there are at least 5 children at the work site. But the field realities show that majority of the sarpanches put a small tent just for the namesake and did not implement the provisions of providing crèche to women labourers. As a result, children at home were taken care by the elders or older siblings in their absence. Another problem is the illegal presence of contractors. Studies conducted revealed that contractors were involved in the implementation of Manrega, because of which women could not actively participate in Manrega. After conducting focus group discussion with the women labourers, it was found that contractors offered work only to young and able-bodied men. Some of the contractors were found saying that women are not fit for this work. Delayed payment was another obstacle, because of which women did not participate in the Manrega. This problem was more acute in the families where women were only sole earners in the family. On the question of delayed payments, sarpanches replied that they cannot do anything in this, as they will give the payment to the women when they get funds from the top. Field reality showed that a large number of women were not aware about the difference between Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. In cases where women were aware about the Gram Sabha meeting, they were not informed about the date and timings of the Gram Sabha meetings. They conduct the meeting at the places calling near and dear ones. As a result, those women who were aware about the Gram Sabha meeting and interested to attend the Gram Sabha meeting were never told about the dates, timing and place of the Gram Sabha meeting. Bank payment is another barrier the women have faced in the field. There is a mixed opinion on the bank payment of Manrega. In some cases, women were of the opinion that bank payments definitely help them, as they will be able to save their money in the banks and they have control over their money, as their husbands will not take money from them which they take when they get in cash. On the other side, there is another opinion too, where women opinion that it is not very comfortable for women going to bank and stand in long line to get their money. In some places, banks are too far that women have to cover a long distance to reach the bank and they do not get proper treatment from the staff of the bank. They were made to sit for long, as the staff of the bank first handle people who are economically well off. Some women told that there are days when they reached in the bank in the morning, but they waited till evening to get their payment. Poor maintenance of job cards. The main purpose of the job card is to enable Manrega labourers to verify their own employment and wage details. After conducting field studies, it was found that job cards were not maintained properly. Either job cards entries were incomplete or found even blank. When the entries were made in the job card, they were often illegible or hard to read for one reason or another. When women were asked about the same, they told that they are happy till they are getting wages. There is no concern whether the job cards are filled properly or not which shows that they are not made aware about the importance of job cards. Lack of transparency in muster rolls. Field reality showed that there were dual cards made, one in Kacha muster rolls and another one is Pakka muster rolls. Reason being that Kacha muster roll is filled up on the field site and official document, that is Pakka muster rolls, are filled in the office when there is a peace environment and also to avoid mistakes. As per the guidelines, live muster rolls should be kept at the work site, but in all the Gram Panchayats it was found either muster rolls were kept in Sarpanch house or any other panch of the Gram Panchayat. The impact of Manrega on rural women. There has been a positive impact on women after working under Manrega. After interacting with the rural women working in the field for Manrega, it was found that women have empowered themselves. Let's see how women have empowered themselves socially. After conducting focus group discussion with the rural women, it was found that women working under Manrega became role models for other women in the villages. Some of the women who were disinterested to work later showed interest when they saw the benefits of working under Manrega. In this way, some of the women paved the way for others to follow the suit. A strong bond of solidarity has evolved among the rural women and they provide moral and financial support to each other in times of need. It was also found in the field that rural women belonging to different castes and religions came together to work under Manrega, which shows their solidarity. Eradication of illiteracy has been one of the major concerns of the Government of India since independence. Education is the most important element for the growth and prosperity of the nation. It was found in the field that women after working under Manrega not only want to improve their economic and living conditions but also inspire to educate their children. They encourage their children, including girls, to attend school regularly. Some of the women in the field found saying that they are interested to take loan from the bank for their children for paying their fees of the school. After working under Manrega, there has been a change in the attitude and perception among women regarding the education of their children. And it is heartening to know that majority of the rural women learn to make their signature and some of them have also learned the basic counting and arithmetic. The second impact, the social impact on the women is the knowledge about sanitary toilet. Insanitation is the most important problem in rural area. Due to the lack of construction of toilet facilities, people go out in open field for defecation, which is the main cause of diseases. Women have to face a lot as they have to get up early in the morning and go in the dark nights for defecation. Despite of many efforts from the government, people do not take interest in the construction of toilets at their homes and go in the field. It is interesting to find that women after working in Manrega understood the importance of sanitary toilets and convinced their family for construction of the toilets. Realizing the importance of sanitary toilets, there were women who were eager to take loan from the bank for constructing toilet in their houses. Another impact on the women is the interaction with the government officials. Before working under Manrega, the world of these women were restricted to the kitchen and children. Some of them were either working as daily wage laborers or were housewives with hardly any opportunity to speak to the outsiders or officials. Today, these women feel empowered not only financially but also in terms of their ability to face to the outside world. Women feel empowered and have gained the self-confidence to interact with the government authorities who come to the field for inspection of the work of the Manrega. The impact of Manrega on rural women. There has been confidence in decision making among rural women. Women participation in decision making in family is important indicator for measuring their empowerment. It was observed in the field that before working under Manrega, decisions were taken by the male members of the family and women have no say in decision making. But after working in the Manrega, the socio-economic condition of women have demonstrated that their status has improved and women are not only getting support from their husband but other family members also. They get respect not only in their family but in the community too. They are involved in the household decision making process. Manrega has not only empowered women socially but economically too. Economic empowerment of women has boosted the morale of the women. Manrega not only provide economic freedom to women but also recognize them as the breadwinner of the family. After interacting with the women in the field, it was found that before working in Manrega, women were not allowed to spend money. Decisions related to money matters were either taken by their husband or their in-laws. After working under Manrega, it was found that women started taking interest in their own decisions and they know how to spend money. Earlier, when women need money for anything, they would approach moneylender. They would normally delay and they felt that they are exploited by the moneylenders. Women were frequently borrowing money from moneylenders at high rates of interest, not only for the education and marriages of their children but also to meet out their daily expenses. But after working in Manrega, it was observed that women came out from the clutches of moneylenders. They are no longer dependent on the moneylenders and have also become confident enough to take part in number of development activities. After working under Manrega, field reality show that there has been a change in the standard of living among women. Women feel happy in sharing the experience of working under Manrega, that their family income has increased, because of which they also participate in the family decision making. They were of the opinion that Manrega has given them a new opportunity to work in their villages only. Another impact is the migration. Manrega also improved instrumental in slowing down the distress migration to urban areas. According to women working under Manrega, that if the work is available in the villages, then there is no need to go to urban cities for seeking employment. Political impact of rural women through Manrega. In India, women constitute a sizable portion of the population. Due to their undereducation and underprivileged character, they are exploited largely. It is also seen that corrupted politicians use the women's strength for their corruptive activities. The women had no political platform to voice their views. Due to this genuine leadership, their presence was never felt. It was found in the field that women, after working in Manrega, not only empowered themselves economically and socially but also politically empowered. Now, students, we will discuss some of the suggestions to make Manrega effective. The first suggestion is that the government should launch an intensive awareness program through different media and make the people, particularly women, aware about the objectives and provisions of the scheme. Print media, small media like folk media, radio or internet can play a very important role in changing the mindset of the people. 2. Accountability should be ensured that only one fair muster roll should be maintained at the work site. Surprise check should also be conducted at the work site. Number 3 suggestion, functionaries of Manrega should be informed about job cards, should be well maintained and remain with the laborers all the time. Capacity building program should be conducted for the officers working at the district, block and Gram Panchayat level for the successful implementation of Manrega. Panchayati Raj institutions should be made responsible for the implementation of Manrega successfully. Another suggestion to make the Manrega effective, that we should increase the share of women in Manrega. Staff recruitment would also contribute to the agenda of gender equality and sensitivity. One encouraging example of this is the Rajasthan state, where the female maids have been appointed on the work site. Each block and district should have Manrega helpline. Helpline number should be printed on each job card. Ensuring the establishment of crèches for women workers, abolition of contractors and effective implementation of transparency mechanism will go a long way in removing the short-term barriers to women participation in Manrega. Next, in order to ensure efficiency in wage payments and monitoring, preferences should be given to centralized bank and financial institutions with computerized records. In order to ensure direct access to Manrega earning, instead of having joint bank accounts, there should be separate bank accounts for women. Since decisions related to the implementation of Manrega works are supposed to take place in Gram Sabha. It is important that women should attend Gram Sabha meeting, and need of the hour is to change the mindset of the male to motivate their women folk to attend the Gram Sabha meeting. Next suggestion is that some kind of incentives may be given to the Gram Panchayats for implementing the schemes in letter and spirit. There is a need to strengthen the village monitoring and vigilance committee at the grassroots level. Next, there is also a great need to make the people aware about the basic provisions of RTI, that is right to information, so that they may use the act effectively to improve accountability and transparency in the system. To improve the performance of the Gram Panchayat in the execution of the works, timely availability of the funds, technical approval of the projects and technical evaluation of the completed projects need to be ensured, so that payments of the wages may be done to the workers in time. The Gram Panchayat should be equipped with trained staff to prepare the planned technically sound proposals and project estimates. Due to the lack of technical person, the Gram Panchayats do not get constant feedbacks on the technical aspects of the projects. The Sarpanches have to appease the JE to ensure that their projects are not tangled in technical approvals. Another suggestion to make the Manrega effective, the rural people should be acquainted with every aspect of the scheme by organizing awareness and training programs, so that the scheme does not remain Sarpanch centric. The accountability and transparency mechanism could be transferred from the paper to the real ground only when the capacity building measures were adopted to build the capacity of Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha, which is one of the most important institutions at the village level in the context of identifying the shelf of projects and approving the action plan, has not yet become a vibrant institution of self-governance. Therefore, capacity building measures are to be adopted to strengthen its capacity. The greater participation of all the members may be ensured if they are educated through regular training and awareness programs about their role in the scheme. Apart from providing formal training to the officials and elected Gram Panchayat members, state agencies with the assistance of willing academic institutions could make meetings with the Gram Sabha to make aware and motivate them to perform their role more effectively in the implementation of the scheme. Another suggestion, to improve effectiveness of the scheme and ensure greater transparency in its implementation, the social audits need to be conducted systematically. By using standard format, it would be desirable if the community based organizations like self-help group, Sakshar Mahila Samoh, youth club, adolescent groups are given proper training so as to make them understand the procedure of social audit. They can further educate the entire community about the process of conducting social audit. In order to ensure greater transparency in the payments of wages to the workers, it is suggested that workers be provided information about transfer of wage payment in their account through individual wage slips that contain details about the number of days worked by the worker, total wage transfer into his or her account. Wage slip may be kept by the worker as personal record for payment received for the work. The greater participation of all the members be ensured through regular training and awareness programs about their roles in the scheme. Apart from providing formal training to the officials and elected Gram Panchayat members, state agencies with the assistance of non-government organizations and research institutions should make meetings with the Gram Sabha to make aware and motivate them to perform their role more effectively in the implementation of the scheme. Capacity building of staff be regularly done by identifying the regular inputs and then providing them intense training on such issues. On and off field training to the Gram Panchayat officials are critical to understand as how to plan, execute and monitor projects under Manrega. Social mobilization, creation of awareness among workers and sensitizing of the officials and elected representatives of the local self-government are vital for making the scheme demand driven. Apart from training programs on continuous basis, sustained Advertising through popular programs in radio and television could be helpful in this regard. Another suggestions to make the Manrega effective is to build the capacity of the rural poor. Rural poor at large need to be educated about the objectives, guidelines and various aspects of the scheme so that they may know the difference between Rozgar scheme and Rozgar guarantee. Gram Sabha, which is one of the most vital institutions at the village level in the context of identifying the shelf of works to be taken up under the scheme and approving the prospective plan of the village, has not yet developed as a vibrant institution of self-governance and management. Therefore, capacity building measures are to be adopted to strengthen its capacity. Further, success or failure of the scheme also depends upon program officer, who has the overall responsibility of coordinating the program. Its personal motivation and interest in the scheme is necessary. Therefore, program officer capacity enhancement measures are required to be given priority. The training model should not include management, planning and technical aspect, but it should also include learning to learn skill, interpersonal relation skills and motivation, communication, coordination related skills. All the key agencies will need to be trained in discharging their responsibility under the Act in implementing Manrega. Another suggestion is the coordination with other schemes. In order to have a better impact of the scheme on the livelihood of the rural people and to generate income and employment earning activities on sustainable basis, coordination of the scheme with social sector programs such as literacy and health missions, rural development programs, minimum development goals, land reforms and water land development program, rural infrastructure development schemes, etc. are required to be properly integrated and coordinated with Manrega. After working on this scheme, it seems that the scheme is much better than earlier schemes. Many of the rural development schemes could not produce desired results due to corruption and lack of accountability and transparency in the system. But in the scheme of Manrega, people's involvement and participation in its planning and implementation process and using RTI Act as an instrument to ensure an appropriate accountability and transparency mechanism at all the levels, which would help in updating corruption and improving the efficiency of the scheme. This scheme is not only providing the employment opportunity to the rural poor and women, but also creating useful socio-economic assets in the rural areas. This program is also strengthening the grassroots democracy in the rural areas. After working under Manrega, women not only empowered themselves socially but politically too. The first point under political empowerment of women is the participation in the Gram Sabha meeting. Participation in the Gram Sabha meeting is an indicator for political empowerment. Manrega found to be an effective means for encouraging women to participate actively in the Gram Sabha. Manrega intervention has favorable impact of women in participation in the Gram Sabha. After conducting focus group discussion in the field, it was found that women before working under Manrega have never heard of the importance of Gram Sabha meeting. Elected representatives also did not take interest in conducting Gram Sabha meeting, but after implementation of Manrega, it was found that there is a awareness about the Gram Sabha meeting and women attend the same in the large number. And women also come to know the difference between Gram Sabha meeting and Gram Panchayat after working under Manrega. The second impact on the women is the increased confidence level while meeting elected representatives. After interacting with the rural women, it was found that before working under Manrega, rural women were afraid of interacting with the elected representatives and they have inhibition that their problems of the villages will not be heard by them. But after working in the field, they learned that they have a right on the elected representatives as they have chosen them. They understood the fact that it is their responsibility of the elected representatives to solve problems of the villages and make efforts for the overall development of the village. Women solved problems like scarcity of water, bad quality of ration in the Anganwadi workers lack of electricity, etc. after meeting with the elected representatives. Now, to conclude, there is no doubt that Manrega is an act that aims to support women employment by enforcing about 33% of the total workforce should be women, and also that there will be equal wages for men and women. It was found that there has been a positive impact of Manrega not only on rural women but the overall development of the village. Manrega has helped women in raising their family income. There is a less dependency on moneylenders who used to exploit women. Manrega has promoted the saving habit among the rural women. Economic empowerment of women have created an awareness among women which is reflected in the better hygienic habits and more optimal allocation of food expenditure among the family members. Overall, the impact of Manrega on socio-economic lives of the women is quite positive in many ways, whether it is by enhancing the economic lives of the women and building their self-confidence. Manrega has also enhanced their economic independence and contributing to food security and reduction of migration to urban areas in the search of employment. Thank you.